Hey, good Friday morning. Back at you with another video. This video is what's known as visceral fat. A lot of people haven't heard of it. I think I became aware of it about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Um, you may look healthy on the outside, right? But what if I told you there's a deadly fat wrapping around your organs right now? Like you're wrapping fat around your liver, your kidneys, your heart, and you just didn't know it. Well, this video exposes how visceral fat is affecting our veteran community and how we can fight back, because there is something that you can do about it. Now, you say, what is it? What is visceral fat? It's fat that's stored deep in the abdomen, surrounding all your organs. And it's the difference between, if you pinch right here on the side, you say, I can pinch an inch. Well, that's surface fat. You know that's there. You can see that. That's not the same as visceral fat. Visceral fat you can't see, and it's wrapping around all your internal organs. And it's hard to detect. So you can't, because you can't see it. Um, well, why veterans are at high risk? Well, for one, when we leave active duty, we're not always at the same active lifestyle. So, we kind of become couch potatoes. You're not up running in the morning like we used to. So you got a more laid back lifestyle, and then that contributes to it. You also have contributing to it stress, PTSD, poor sleep, all contribute to visceral fat. And then when we didn't get proper VA nutrition advice, like when we left the military, or even right now, um, and that leads to visceral fat because of just not knowing about it. Um, and there's some huge risk to visceral fat, and you may be affected by some of these right now that I mentioned. One, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, liver issues, hormonal imbalances. See, I can remember, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago when they diagnosed me with a fatty liver. So these things exist. So that's why I do the videos, because if I can just help somebody get on the right track to improve their health, then hey, so be it. But you got increased inflammation in the body. Especially dangerous for veterans with existing conditions. You got an existing condition, you don't need nothing else added to it to speed up the process. But how to combat this thing? Well, you got to clean up your eating. You got to lower your sugar intake. You got to have higher protein. Um, Resistance training and daily movement. You got to get active again. You just cannot sit around and do nothing. You just got to get active. You got to do some type of resistance training. I'm not talking about going out bench pressing 250 pounds, 300 pounds. No, it needs to be lower weight. You can definitely do lower weight, a lot lower, but just do more repetitions. Um, Stress management, meditation. You can get counseling. There's even some support groups. You may have an eating disorder, but there's support groups out there for that. And then your sleep hygiene. Uh, Now, the mission isn't over. It's time to rebuild the warrior from the inside out. We're rebuilding our body from the inside out. And I'm still inviting you guys rebuild the warrior challenge that we're doing from June 1st to September 1st. Just jump right in wherever you are and get active and get involved with this. Here's a fact: visceral fat increases heart risk by up to 50%. That's just too high. That's too dangerous. Veterans are more likely to struggle with obesity and metabolic disorders after military service. And here's a real kicker: you don't have to be overweight to have visceral fat. So it is dangerous. Now, how do I know if I'm affected by visceral fat? Well, one, men with a waist over 40 inches. I'm not talking about around the pants. we talking about measuring around the belly button. So if I measured around the belly button, oh, I got it upside on the wrong side. If I measure around the belly button, that's 46 inches. It said you're in danger or probably have it at 40 inches. Women, if your waist is over 35 inches, that doesn't necessarily mean you got it, but it's an indicator that you may have it. So that's something that you want to look into. And you also can get what's called a CT scan or MRI, because it is hard to detect. You can get what's called a DEXA scan, which is a body composition scan, or bioelectrical impedance scale. Those are some of them fancy high-end scales that can do and detect all kind of stuff. If you got that may help you detect it. So what to do next? Start tracking your waist and your weight weekly. See a doctor for blood tests. They can check like glucose, high cholesterol. Those all are indicators that you may have visceral fat. And then the biggest one, the last one, make a lifestyle change. Change your diet. Change the sugar intake. And then make sure you're doing some type of resistance training. And lower your stress levels. That's all I got for you guys today. Hey, you see a veteran, help a veteran. I'm out.